Hey folks, and welcome back to the Bangkok area. We will continue our little mini trip to Bangkok here today. Now, if you watched the last episode, you'll know we went to a car and motorcycle auction in the vicinity of Bangkok. And as that episode ended, we were just leaving the auction and heading to this very hotel to check in. And that kind of sets the stage and prepares us for a special evening out, an evening where we go to a restaurant, racetrack, drift track. You'll see, it's kind of a unique place. So let's go back to where we left off at the last episode and check into the hotel, and that'll set the stage for this episode. So we got all checked in. This is, I don't know, it's like a condo and a hotel together. It is really like a condo because like they don't have food service here or anything, but it says hotel. When you walk in, it says resident hotel. But the room's very nice, very big. This was the biggest room they had. It's like 60 square meters with the view of the golf course behind me here. And everything's like brand new. Everything in here is like brand new. We're almost like, it feels like we're the first people to stay in the room. So kind of only about 10 minutes from the auction and about maybe 10 or 20 minutes from where we're going tonight. I guess you call this Minbury, but it's a suburb of Bangkok. Kind of suburban, a nice suburban condo. And it is nice having the golf course, seeing the golf course behind me. I'm not used to seeing that. The caddies, they actually hold umbrellas over the guys while they're golfing. I don't think that's a thing in the US or other places I've been, but let me know. Anyway, we're going out tonight, and I don't know, I think this place might be fun. It's not that far from here. It's called Krazy Drift, and it's like a kart track, and they have little three-wheel vehicles, and it's a restaurant. You can get something to eat. So we'll go up there. I might just grab a Bolt taxi to go up there. I checked, it was only about 100 baht. Because I'm not sure, it's going to be dark, and then I'll probably get lost in the dark. So we'll go up there, see what's doing. It's a Friday night. Should be pretty busy, I guess. And we'll see how crazy it is at Krazy Drift. Tonight, we're at a place called Krazy Drift, the Crazy Cafe. That's crazy with a K. And as you can see behind me, I'm going to show you around, give you the whole tour, but they've got these little tricycle things. They kind of remind me of a big wheel. I used to have a big wheel when I was a kid, but they're a lot more sophisticated. They're electrically powered, front-wheel drive, just like a big wheel would be front-wheel drive. And you slide around you go sliding around the track. It's 200 baht for 10 minutes in the big wheel. I'm just going to call it the big wheel. That's what it reminds me of. And of course, it's a cafe. They've got food, they've got drink, they've got everything you want for an evening. They're open late, and they also have go-karts, like regular carts, but they're electric too. The carts are electric too, and I think they run those on a bigger track. They have blue and white tires, kind of for the big wheel track, and then red and white tires, I think, for the kart track. So I'll show you all the equipment, and we'll look around, and I'll try to squeeze in one of these things and go out and give it my best. And we'll get something to eat and do our normal thing here. But we're in a suburb of Bangkok. I don't know if this is still Minbury. We were kind of in Minbury earlier. This is about 20 minutes up from that, so it's somewhere around there. But just look for Krazy Drift, Crazy with a K. You'll find it on the map or Facebook or whatever. And we'll see. It looks like a lot of fun. Everybody's enjoying themselves. So I'll see if I'm going to try to coax V out on one too. I think that would be a show. So first time here, I'll have to familiarize myself with the facility a little bit, especially the motorsports area and the various tracks. We'll come back to that in a minute, but there's their cafe and bar up there, and you see the seating area out here is mostly outside. Seems like everybody kind of gravitates to the rail here. That overlooks the motorsports area because they've got really kind of 3 tracks. I'll talk more about that, but you can see it's kind of entertainment while you eat. First thing I did is got a nice latte here. I figured it would be a long evening, so I thought I'd caffeine up a little bit. But check this out. I mean, depending where you're watching, this may or may not be special. But here, to have Budweiser there on draft, a little bit of a rarity in these parts. I'll tell you that. You don't see that very often. But they got the menu specials here. Now, they have a regular menu, and we'll take a look at that. Just mostly Thai food and cafe-type desserts and stuff. But these real solid entrees. You have the steaks over there, chops, and this is all seafood here. I realize that's in Thai, but they do have a variety of food. They also have this inside area. I guess this is where everybody runs into if it were to rain. Hopefully it won't rain tonight. And it is air conditioned in here. And you see they have a sorted beverage selection here on the shelves, as well as like a standard cafe, things you'd find in a standard cafe, different cakes and a coffee bar back there, kind of a coffee and wine bar, a couple baristas back there stirring up the coffee. So very nice little area, a little mix of everything, and you could sit in here if you prefer the aircon, I guess. If it's raining, I guess the whole thing's kind of washed out. But outside they also have a band, and this wasn't the only band. When these guys got done, they put up another one. They also have a kids track down here. There's 2 types of the big wheels. There's the small ones, and then the small ones are like a kid size, and then there's slightly bigger ones for adults. And the kids track is smaller. But the proper karts, those things, I tell you what, they're electric, but they got great big motors. They got a motor like out of a washing machine or something in them. And those are pretty legit. I went down and watched those. I'll show you what they look like. They go whizzing around there. And I tell you, as I stood there, the only thing I smell is burning rubber. It's a very acrid taste in the air of the burning rubber from the tires heating up and around the corners. There's a pretty long straightaway, but I mean, they go zinging by. And they're electric, so they're almost silent except for the tire noise. So really something. The track here for the big wheels looks like they treated it with something to make it a little slipperier. It's very smooth asphalt, and I think it's pretty slippery. So I'll get ready for my laps. It'll get busy here. They said it gets real busy around 11 o'clock. So we got here around 8:30. It's probably 9:30 now. So before it gets too busy, I'll have to go do my laps. But we also got to get something to eat. So I guess we can always eat later. I'm not going to eat a lot because it's late at night, but we'll get something. See what they got. I saw they got steaks. They also got a band playing. I'll show you the band. It's really just kind of a half cafe, half racetrack, half nightclub. Call it whatever you want to call it. They call it a cafe. And there's even this guy to make balloon animals. And not your basic kind of stick figure balloon animals either. Very intricate balloon animals he made. So we'll just sit here and overlook the motorsports area, the racetrack, the drift track, and we'll look at the menu. So we'll get something to eat here. This is their dessert menu. A lot of little ice creams with bread and things like that. I wasn't really feeling that. So we'll take a look at the kind of regular, just get some light Thai food or something for the evening, because I got to get ready and buy my ticket and go out and hit the track. You buy your ticket separately. It's 200 baht, 10 minutes for the big wheels. The go-karts, the actual karts, were 500 baht for 8 minutes. Not sure why 8 instead of 10, but 500 baht, significantly more. So, and there's also a little bit of a queue. So they like to send out groups. You can see groups here, 4, 5, 6. I think 5 is their sweet spot. They like to have at least 5. You can pay a little extra and go on the track yourself, I was told, but I'll mull that over while we eat. This is what I got. I got an American fried rice. Came with an egg and a chicken leg and some ham. That was nice. And they put raisins in the fried rice. Hadn't seen raisins in the fried rice before, but it was pretty nice. Added a nice texture. So, anyway, I sent V up. She bought the ticket. We'll go down here. We'll get signed up. There's my ticket. 200 baht. And then I got to be put on their kind of their queue here. And there's a group of 4 right there. So I'll just join them. It's 4 young ladies. I said, hey, well, I can be the 5th. I don't want to pay extra and go by myself. I'll show you how this works real quick. Simple. Brake, throttle. Now, I know there's going to be a learning curve to this, so I think I'll probably be a little shaky at first on this thing, but I'll pick it up. I'll pick it up. By the end, I'll be okay, I think. And being a gentleman, I let the ladies out on the track first. So, that was a lot of fun. The first thing I'll tell you is, it's harder than it looks. I found that out real quick. It's super slippery. And the electric is kind of like all the power all at once. It's hard to really throttle it, but this is a new place. They've only been open about 3 to 4 months, he told me. And I think they're gonna do well. I think they're already doing well, judging by the things tonight. But we're having a good time. I just wish it was closer. I would come here more often. You take some practice. This is my first time out there. I could probably do better. I'll probably do better the second time around. There's a lot of background noise, so I got to do this thing with the microphone. V refuses to go out. She's afraid she's going to get bumped and her glasses are going to fall off, and it's a whole thing. I don't know. But I took my laps, but it's harder than it looks. So yeah, just as I suspected, a learning curve, but I got the hang of it eventually and did okay. It's a little derpy. I'll tell you why it's a little derpy for me. That front wheel, the big wheel, everything, the front wheel does everything. It propels, it turns, it's your brake. The back wheels are just kind of along for the ride. I think I don't know. I think if it was rear wheel drive, it would really be something else. I don't know though. I'm not an engineer, but I was a little bit confused with the front wheel doing everything. It just didn't seem like what I was used to, something I was used to. I'm more of a rear wheel drive type of guy. That's what I always drove. But anyway, what an evening here. We took a Bolt taxi here from the hotel. It was 117 baht. When we got ready to leave, I tried the Bolt app. There was not available. So we just waved down a regular taxi, and I think it was the same price. I think the meter going back on the regular taxi was the same price. And it was about a 20-minute ride. I think it was 14 kilometers. It was 14 kilometers from our hotel. So there's that. What a good place to spend an evening. They're open late. They get started around dark and go all night. So here, what an evening to sit out here, eat, drink, and just watch the show. And then, if the urge should strike, you can go out there and try your luck. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and leave this episode off right here. And as usual, I'll thank you for watching. And until next time, bye for now.